All right, George, as far as the Notre Dame rivalry concerned, how are you trying to help some of these young guys, especially like the young receivers, just with what to expect in a game like that?
Nothing too much different from the UCLA game. Just you got to prepare and be ready when your opportunity is given to you. I just try to take the same approach that we do every week. It's a faceless opponent. Just because it's a big rivalry doesn't change anything in how we prepare. So just trying to put that in their heads and keep that in the back of their heads.
So you mentioned not too much difference between Notre Dame and UCLA rivalries.
Oh yeah, not too much difference. We prepare for the same team, every week in and out. It's just the name that brings on the difference. Other than that, we just prepare the same way.
Being through this game before, though, how much does that help you prepare for it?
It helps me prepare a lot. I know what Notre Dame brings to the table. I know they're a very competitive team, their background and everything. And it just keeps me, level-headed in what they can do. So just kind of pass that on to the younger guys, too.
Your first experience with these rivalry games, what'd you learn from that experience against UCLA last weekend?
You got to come ready to play. It's rivalries. It's true, man. Like everything that goes into it, all the pageantry and all that. But we got to treat it like every other game. Obviously when you're preparing, you got to prepare just like you would any other week. You don't try not to do anything different. But at the same time, like when you're in the atmosphere and game day is there, you kind of just feel it in your gut. That you can feel the tension.
Have the vets on the line given you any specific advice or helped you prepare for a game like that?
Just prepare like you would for any other week. You got to approach it the same way, and you got to have your emotions in check. Obviously, you're going to feel a little fired up playing against your rivals, either the crosstown or cross country. So you got to prepare like you normally would.
Being at home give you just a different approach, maybe a little more confidence?
No, I don't. It doesn't matter where we play at. A game's a game, no matter who the opponent is, no matter where we're playing at, what time of day we're playing. You got to play the game the same way.
Kevon, you have Notre Dame this week, and let's start with you. You've been through these games before.
Yeah.
How does that help you prepare for maybe the emotions you have in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, well, this is my third year, so I've been through it already. Had some good experience and stuff like that. We came out short, but we just got to move on. You know what I mean? UCLA is a big rivalry, but we still got to prepare the same as we prepare, the other weeks. And then with Notre Dame, we got to do the same. And it's just a rivalry, but it's not like an in-town rivalry. So, it's just a big game for us.
Yeah, aside from geography, any other differences in the Notre Dame-UCLA rivalries to you?
Not really. Just like you said, just the history. And so that's it. You know what I mean? Both of them are big rivalries, but we got to look past that and just come out here and play.
So how do you kind of take this knowledge and maybe not approaching the game too differently, but how do you kind of prepare a younger guy like maybe a Dory or a Lockett? How do you get them ready for a big rivalry game?
We just got to let them know what type of game it is, but at the same time, just come out here and, just do what they do. So nothing extra, nothing special, nothing different. So.